Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing a Golgari fight deck. Gone deep into the past, looking for something awesome to see if it's holding up against today's meta, and sprinkled in a little bit of some new stuff just to give it that extra spice. Is it going to be space awesome? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, always in your heart, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck that I got from my backlog of decks. Back in mid-February, I played this one called Golgari Fight. Golgari Fight. I think what had happened is that Phyrexian Obliterator had just come out, and everyone was starting to play with some good fight decks, and so this was it. And I seem to remember it did a pretty good job. So I pulled that one out. I adjusted it to add in some additional new cards that I thought might help it out. And we're going to go take it for a spin and see if it holds up against today's meta. All right, so really quickly, we're going to pound through this deck list to see what it does. And then we'll take it out and crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got? We got creature kill, force a discard, look for a basic land, and then or cause a fight to occur. Creature kill, lots of thing kill. Mana dude, and send a land as a 3/3 in for attacking. Destroy anything. Force a sacrifice. Glissa has, whenever it deals damage to a player, draw a card and you lose a life, or destroy target enchantment, or remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. This sword gives your creatures protection from red and green, as well as pumping it up. And allows you to play cards from the top of your library, I believe. Yeah. Sheoldred punishes people for drawing cards. Gives you life for drawing cards yourself. Anytime this guy has damage dealt to him, the source of that damage has to sacrifice permanents equal to the amount of damage being dealt. So this guy is the core of your engine there. Gix's command does a lot of different things. I usually use it for board wiping. Yeah, Cruelty of Gix is also, you look through your hand, get rid of a planeswalker or card, search your library, put something into your hand, then shuffle, and then lastly, put a creature from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. This means a lot. It's 5 mana, but yeah, if you got stuff like Obliterator, you could go get them, put them into your hand. If you have them already in the graveyard, you can pull them back. This helps get things back on track. Invoke Despair is a in-game card all by itself. It does potentially 6 points of life if they don't have a creature, an enchantment, or a planeswalker. But for each one they do, they just have to sacrifice it. They don't have any choice in the matter, but you draw cards otherwise. Vorinclex comes out and helps you get 2 forests, so it helps you ramp up a little bit. You're already at 5. This will get you up to 7. But then if you have 8, you can make it into a saga, where Milton cards, put 2 creatures from amongst them into the battlefield, distribute 7 +1/+1 counters amongst creatures you control, and at the end, for 1, each creature can fight another creature you don't control. So there you go. This sets up like a Grand Mall brawl amongst all your creatures, which is fantastic, especially if you have the Obliterator out. Ancient Imperiosaur is the one I just added. He's got Convoke. We don't have a lot of creatures, but for every creature we got out, he could take away from that 7 casting cost. He could cost you as little as 2. He's got Trample and Ward, and for each Convoke you get to do, each creature you tap to get him out, he gets an additional +2/+2 counters. They come into play, so he could easily be 8, 10, 12, 16. It could be a lot of stuff there. Over here we got a bunch of different lands. I left these alone. I don't, whatever. They can maybe be tooled a little bit better. But anyways, that's what we're playing with today. So what are we going to do? We're ramping up. We're getting to our big stuff, and we're going to force a bunch of fighting to occur. Hopefully And if that doesn't even happen, we still got awesome dudes. They got a lot of trample, and they got a lot of damage being dealt. So let's take this out and crush some skulls. But before we do, let's say our prayers. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells in the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we're playing against vivatheben. Hello, Mr. The Bin. 2 mana. All right, we'll keep it. Llanowar Loamspeaker is going to save us of it, supposedly. All right, control, Bushwhack, Vorinclex. Now, if anybody has the ability to get out of this, it's him. All right, let's get rid of a nice Planeswalker. Let's Bushwhack. We can fight. There goes all of his lands. And we win. That felt so good. All right, playing against Livmizzard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big Pants Glissa. All right, you're in. You're in, urine. A lot of Robust Forge. All right, we can start to put the Obliterator in next turn. We'll just let this one go. Llanowar can do a nice defense for us, potentially. Yeah, Llanowar's not defending anything. Yeah, you're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate is the second one. Come on down, Chinatown. All right, what do we do here? We got to pay 7 or 8. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, get rid of 5 things. You can use all your lands. And we win. Victory! All right, we're playing against Gordo. That looks good. All right, nothing to do early. Might as well just go ahead and put out the slow stuff. Working our way up towards the Obliterator. As we make the swamp noises like crazy. And nothing. There's a decayed zombie. Becomes a forgeling. And an Obliterator. All right, you can attack. You want to lose 2 things? 3 things potentially? Nope. Let's get rid of some stuff. Let's clean the board off a little bit. He wants a zombie maker. No attacks. Alright, that's the guy I got to kill. That'll be fine. Alright, number 1, we get rid of that guy. Don't care. Number 2, we'll put out Sheoldred. And no attacks. Literally got to play defense against the Forgelings. Okay, so let's just kill this guy. Poink. All right, we're starting to get some progress here. One, two, three, four, five. I need, what is it, 8 for this guy? Yeah. All right, we need to tap this guy for some mana. Yeah, there we go. Suck it, Gordo. You're toast. All right, we're playing against Lancas. Keep it. All right, we got another guy that's not playing. This is becoming really bad. Is he with us here? Yep, I saw his cards flash. Cut down. All right, so we got 4 mana. Racing up to 7. So Liliana do her thing. Get rid of that. All right, right in Liliana's face. What do we got? 4, 5. This will be 6. We're still 1 away from being able to put out our Imperiosaur. I'd like to be able to convoke for it too. That'd be cool. Fortunately, it doesn't work that way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do I do this? Let's cancel this out. Tap for convoke. There we go. And we're going to get rid of here that guy. All right, my friend, it's time for you to make a move. I tell you, we're going to grab a green, tear that out. Next to combat, take her out. Let's see what we can draw here. Jesus, people, come on. I believe this is a fight deck. Where all my fighting at? That's too bad, man. Fight, 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 fight. I don't care about my guy, getting him back. A 3-2 is the guy I don't particularly care for. Let's just nuke him. All right, do you want to block? Feel free to do so. That'll save you 3 points. All right, here we go. That's just really dumb. All in for 11. Down to 3. Got some swingers here. As in they're swinging for the back of the park. He's got ward, my friend. You don't have 2 mana. Yep. Touchdown! Lava Bears. All right, playing against George Walker 777. Keep 2 mana. That's what I'm playing with here, huh? Let's go, George Walker. All right, looks like we need to be grabbing black at the moment, so let's just do that. Let's Duress this guy. That has not got to be good for him. Let's see, just got land, and 1 guy. All right, so I think we get the Obliterator out next turn. He's got flying, though. That's not good for us. Let's go, my friend. This guy seems to be a little slow on the draw. That's okay. Alright, so we can wipe his board at some point. We have to sacrifice the highest power he's got. If it was another creature above, what is it, 2? Power of 2? Then we got trouble. All right, we need another mana to make all of our plans come true. Jada. Well, they're flying, and I am not. Do need some fighting, though. If we get some fighting going, that'd be swell. All right, George Walker, come on. I understand you probably never played Magic cards before. I'm not like, I don't know, Blinky or whatever his name was. That's not good. Of course, we get it back with the little Invoke Despair. We got plenty of mana for it. Yeah, you two can fight over that. Who are you giving up? All in. Okay, this guy's playing a little bit of green, but I don't think it's really going to help us too much. Thunderbolts and lightning. That's not great. Wama mama mama mama. All right, back up to 17. Sophie's choice there, baby. Who do you hate? All right, we're greening up. Get rid of her. All right, we use the other 2 mana we got available. Push it. And in for 7. Click, 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 click. All right, down to 10. We'll look at all those lands I get to play, and we'll put another guy out, because why not? If he wipes the board, we're in serious trouble. I'm down to 6? All right, I think some Loamspeakers need to start throwing some lands out on the next turn. All right, so he'll be up to 14. Oh, good. He's going after Liliana. That's a huge mistake. Oh, he figured it out. And let's see if I swing for with 3 dudes. That'll be 9, 10, 11, 12. Not enough. Let's just do this. All right, give it up, yo. Yeah, he's gone. And we win. Woo! That guy was getting me scared. It was so painful playing his speed. Victory. Alright, so here we are with Golgari Fight. Slightly upgraded from a while back ago. It was still a good play. It had a lot of pump to it. Let me check out my stats board here on it. Ended up with a 78% win rate, which is a great competitive rate. The new cards put into it were Vorinclex and Ancient Imperiosaur. I was kind of hoping that with that we'd be able to do some convoking to get that Imperiosaur out a little bit earlier. Plus, I really like the whole ward capability and being able to use it as part of the fighting. We didn't get to see a lot of fighting going on. I mean, we could put more fight in here, but the deck did really good as is. Who was the MVP? I gotta say it was the Obliterator. That guy, you know, that's what the deck's all about. Obliterator came out, everybody started making fight decks because you need to get him engaged in fights. There just isn't a lot of fighting going on. I thought by putting a Vorinclex in that we'd be able to get some fighting occur. That is the third level of the saga with Vorinclex. Well, we got Bushwhack. There's more we could have done, I suppose, but the deck as it was ended up doing very, very, very well. All right, was this deck competitive? 78% says yes, it is. It is a competitive deck. I kind of get the impression it's more of a casual competitive deck, but then again, I've played Platinum Mythic decks that suck in comparison to this one. So this might be good as a ladder climber. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like playing on the ladder because I just like to play. I don't like having my ranking at risk every time I play. That stuff sucks. I'm playing so much weird new stuff that I just can't do it. But over here, this deck is a good competitive deck in casual world. Number 2, was this deck fun? I think the deck is totally fun. My big problem with this deck is it seems like the people we're playing with were slow. And I don't know what their deal is today. Could it just be the day that I'm playing with them? Or is it just that this kind of deck gets matched up against incredibly slow players? So I found that to be incredibly frustrating. It wasn't this deck's fault. It was the other people's fault. And I'm not sure what you could do against players. But I noticed that. It's like when you play certain decks, you go up against certain kinds of players more often. And those guys drive me crazy. All right, so number 3. Was this deck interesting? I'm going to say Midland so. The reason is I wanted to play with some newer stuff. I wanted to get Vorinclex in there. We got Ancient Imperiosaur. Still, that's only 3 new cards. So did the deck hold up otherwise? I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of control. It's got a lot of ramp, right? Which then gets you into putting in the Phyrexian Obliterator and then allows you to do a little bit of fighting. It's not tight. The synergy there isn't as tight as I'd hope it would be. So this deck, I feel, can still use some more tuning, and maybe I'll get to it. It was a good deck. It was very competitive, yet it didn't have the synergistic play that I really was hoping for. So let's add this in. I have a good competitive deck. Check. Was it fun? Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. Check. Interesting? Not so much. So I'm going to give this deck an A- for right now. I think it's a good deck. It's a good deck, but it definitely has more room for tuning. The problem is that means tuning it away from win rates and tuning it into more synergy, which is great provided you love playing synergistic decks, but it's bad if you want to climb the ladder. This deck is, I'm not swearing it's a ladder climber, but it's getting really good scores despite the fact that I feel it could be tuned better. All right, so at an A-, all I have to say is that if you choose to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.